Hi beautiful people of the internet, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Siposam, rather popularly known as Kuhle, and I do welcome you to my channel. If you do like what you see, please do not hesitate to click on the subscribe button. It is absolutely free. And if you're a returning subscriber, hi Cha, and welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for your continuous support. It is highly appreciated. And if you're a new subscriber, hi fam, and welcome to the channel, and I look forward to growing with you. So a couple of weeks back, I posted a recent milestone of mine on Instagram. And I received questions with regards to how I went about achieving it. So I thought it would be a great idea for me to also share it to the greater masses, and it might potentially help someone else out there. And yeah, that is why we are here. So without any further ado, guys, as the title of the video suggests, I'll be sharing how I lost almost 7 kgs, so 7 point something kgs in 6 weeks, because it was literally 6 weeks. It was a month and two weeks. So I'll be sharing that with you guys. Okay, and I did not want to miss anything, so I wrote down all of the notes that I need in here and everything that I did. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Up first, and I'd say it's the most important factor that played into me losing the weight. And I mean, this is not new, we all know this, and it's the most difficult thing to do. And unfortunately, unless you're willing to do like surgery and other like supplementary things, there's no other way that goes about doing this. And even when you do those things, you still need to incorporate this. And that is, guys, eating healthy food, eating real food. And literally that is what I did from the second week of January, I think from the 9th, yes, from the 9th, because like I think the first week I was still adjusting, getting out of December, you know, trying to see, okay, what diet I'll undergo. And I ended up choosing the banting diet. Not intentionally choosing, but I mean, I've always sort of been banting, so it was easier for me to, you know, go that route. So I'd say from the 9th of January, I did strict banting, where I incorporated both the green and the orange list. And yeah, it wasn't difficult. It wasn't difficult because most of the time I was indoors, and when I was in office, I mean, I brought lunch every day. And yeah, and that helped a lot. Bringing lunch to work, or packing lunch for work rather, helped a lot, because I didn't easily get tempted to buy. And you know, I made sure also that the food that I packed for lunch was good food, so that I'm not tempted to, you know, dabble my hands on stuff that I shouldn't be. And while we're still on the food subject, I also did some challenges within that period. For example, there's a week where I went meat free, and I did share what I ate in that week here on YouTube. You can check that video out. And also I did a week of 1 meal a day intermittent fasting, using an app that was shared by Uzi Zimoloko on Instagram. And I found that app helped so much, to keeping you motivated, keeping you accountable, and just, you know, encouraging you to keep on, you're almost there. I think the name of the app is Frantic. I'll share how it looks, so you can download that from your App Store or iStore. And then also, what else did I do in terms of eating? Oh, and in general, I'm a person who doesn't eat breakfast, so I eat after 12, and I was sure to like eat before 8 in this period. So for the most part, I did that intermittent fasting, where I ate between 12 and 8. And yeah, I think that's with regards to my eating habits. Obviously, when you're banting, you discard all of the artificial carbs, and you only eat real food, as I had mentioned before. What I also did in that period, I also was on an alcohol break, so I didn't consume any alcohol for that period. And this was a decision I took actually coming from December, and we all know how crazy December can be and all the drinking we can do. So I was coming from that period, and I really needed to detox because I felt like I needed to, and because I had consumed a lot of alcohol, child. So yeah, that's another major shift that I did. And I was doing well. I mean, I still am. I still am taking a break. I drank probably twice. Yeah. I think it's twice where I've drank between January and now. And yeah, I'm hoping to carry that on till I don't know whenever. And yeah, so that's with regards to the food group. Oh, and then also before I move from the eating part, try and not cheat for the first 3 months, please, for my sake. Try and not cheat for the first 3 months up until you've actually built discipline and willpower to jump back into eating clean once you've had the cheat day, you know. And I am speaking this from experience and what I had experienced, because I feel like I celebrated too quickly, because I only had my first cheat, like real cheat meal, at the end of the second month, which was end of Feb. And I feel that was premature because I then struggled to like get back on after, you know, having that cheat meal, you know what I mean? So I'd say first at least be strict for the first 3 months, and then once you feel that okay, you've got the grip of it and it's part of your lifestyle now, then okay, here and there, and also just dabble, don't fall into it like I did. Yeah, because I think I overdid it a bit. Okay, I overdid it. But yeah, so that's with food. And then in terms of being active, I ensured that I did not walk less than 5,000 steps a day. My goal was 7,000, but to be honest, I couldn't reach the 7,000 mark each and every day, but most days I did. But what made me feel better is that I at least achieved a 5,000 step every day, every single day, like Monday to Sunday. Okay. And I'd say there's like 2 days where I missed a walk, and the day that I missed a walk, I probably made it up with like a walk and an exercise. I didn't exercise much. Speaking of exercise, I think I only exercised 2 times within that period, two, 3 times within that period. So what helped me was just being active, moving really. And yeah, and I'd say what really helped me to stay on track with the diet for that 2 months was the mind shift that I had going into the diet. I had to really have a drastic mind shift in telling myself that I'm going to do this, and also the timing of me starting the diet, because I started my diet around at the same time where, you know, it was New Year's. So you know that whole New Year's, new me, New Year's resolution. So, you know, I guess also that's why it was relatively easier for me to like stay on par. And then just to also add, and it might not be relevant to this specific video, but I think it's worth mentioning. After I mentioned that I cheated and then it was hard for me to get back on, it is still hard for me to get back on. And to such an extent that I have now started incorporating other ways that will ensure that I stay on track. So I'm currently reading the book Atomic Habits, and in there it does give strategies for one to, you know, keep to a routine or whatever habit that they're trying to do. And they mentioned the strategy called the accountability fine or accountability contract. So I've gotten into something similar to that with my partner, where I pay him every time I cheat, right? I recently incorporated this, like I think last week. And I started with 100 rands, But I didn't mind paying the 100 rand like in my last cheat meal. And that's when I realized, well, okay, no, this 100 rand thing is not going to work. I must actually ramp it up a bit to an amount where I'll actually feel the sting. And that's the purpose of that strategy, is that we tend to repeat activities that reward us in the end. And I guess with eating unhealthy, it's tasty, it feels good, and you know, when you are a binge eater, you know, it makes you feel better at that moment, right? And the thing with Atomic Habits, it says that you must make the habits that you're trying to undo unattractive. And in this regard, in order for you to make habits unattractive, there must be a consequence to that, because we tend to not do things that have unfavorable consequences than those that have favorable, you know, outcomes. So the idea of actually putting in a fine, you know for sure you don't want to pay that money, right? So you'll think twice before actually doing that bad habit again. And in my case, this is a person that I'm with most of the time, so he's there, and he'll see that I'm actually, you know, consuming what I'm not supposed to consume. And also with me now, I can't be going through all of these strides and still not do what I'm supposed to do. Like, come on now, I need like intervention that I don't know where it comes from. But yeah, basically guys, that's it. So basically, failing the mind shift concept in forcing you to do what you're supposed to do, I'd say implement strategies that will help you. For example, what I've just explained now. Because we know mind shift isn't always as strong. I know for one, isn't always as strong to convince you to continue with, you know, a different lifestyle or trying to adapt new habits. So yeah, I'd actually recommend Atomic Habits, guys. It has such practical examples of how you can go about undergoing and keeping new productive habits. So yeah, okay, guys, I think that's all. I think I've covered everything. I'm just checking. Yes. And that's all, guys. Like, literally, that's all I did. All but very difficult. That's what I did for like strict that's 6 weeks, and it did yield results. It's just a pity that I didn't take like measurements and take pictures like between that time of myself. But yeah, that is it, guys. If anyone else has gone through like a recent weight loss journey and it has worked for them, please do not hesitate to share in the comments down below on how you went about your weight loss journey. What are the strategies that you put in place to ensure that you stick to whatever plan that you had, and what did you do? Let's share the information and also help other people who are wanting to shed the pounds, okay? And also, if probably anyone else knows of strategies that are more easier for, you know, us to take on, because when I shared what I did, people were like, yo, hi, that's too much, I only, you know. And I feel like sometimes you need to just do it, and then yeah, once you get the hang of things, then okay, you ease up a bit, you know. But yeah, guys, that is it from me. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please do not forget to like the video, and I hope you are subscribed if you're watching till this far. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. With love and light from me to you.